Um, I don't know what I can't know what anybody's experience or skill level is at this point without some feedback. I'm going to try to keep this simple and practical. I don't want to dumb it down. I don't want to insult anyone's intelligence. Now, if you are a beginner and you feel like you've missed something, let me know. We'll go back and we'll review it. On the other hand, if you've seen I've missed something, again, let me know and I'll go back and try to clarify it. Or if I made a mistake, I'll try to go back and clarify it too. This is a work in progress for me as well. One of the benefits of the system is we can move these shapes and patterns and notes and chords all around, which is a great benefit. However, it can get kind of mind-boggling. We try to remember all the names of all the notes and chords that we keep switching to. So we're going to refer to these by numbers. Grab ukuleles, go up the fretboard. Let's go to our root, the number 4 string, the G string, and the D string on the baritone. And let's just refresh real quickly. We have 12 frets, 12 semitones available to us in an octave. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Same note, an octave higher. Okay, now the major scale, that's what we're going to be using. Now notice in this image we're using the top fretboard in the image. Okay, what else? Now that's only 8 notes out of 12. That is the major scale. We go from our starting point. We go up 2 frets, 2 frets, 1 fret, 2 frets, 2 frets, 2 frets, 1 fret. And the way it sounds going across the strings is. Okay, so we've numbered these. We've numbered the notes. I didn't give them names. We just. Okay. And now, if I start on another fret, pardon me. Let's say the 5th fret. Looking at the bottom fretboard in the example, say the 5th fret, that becomes our root, but the pattern remains the same. See if you can find that on your own. And that works all the way across the board. Doesn't matter where we start. That's the major scale. If that's our starting point. Okay, now we don't normally play the scale or the melody on one string. We have 4 strings. Much more efficient to use all 4. So we play the scale across the strings. All right, starting with the root on the number 4 string, 2 frets above that, 3rd string open, 1 fret above that, 2nd string open, 2nd fret, 4th fret, and the 1st string open. Now that pattern, like all the other patterns, is portable. So if we go from the key of G to the key of C on the 5th fret, we'll play the same exact pattern. That's our root. So from the root on the 4th string, plus 2. 3rd string the root, plus 1. 2nd string root, plus 2, plus 4, and the 1st string the root. Yeah, we use the generic number system to refer to chords and notes. Of course, there is the musical alphabet. Now that's handy when we want to communicate with other players, if we want to tell them what keys we're playing on, what chords we're playing, and conversely when they tell us the chord or the note they're playing, so we can recite the alphabet as we go up the number 4 string, the root. So it's A sharp, B. Again, there's no B sharp. Remember the keyboard. There's no black key between the B and the C or the E and the F. So there's no E sharp, there's no B sharp. There's no C flat, there's no F flat. So A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and A. If you're playing along with a guitar player or another ukulele player and you want to join in with them, you might say, well, key are you in? You might, I'm in the key of E. Well, okay, we need to know how to find E. Well, if you know we're tuned to a G, we go, well, let's see, G, that's A, B, C, D, like to start way up here on the 9th fret. Play along with them using this one finger method. Now you got lucky on the baritone. If you said the key of E, you're in great shape because we start with D major, sharp, and then E. So the 2nd fret is E. So that's not bad. So that's about as technical as it has to get. Just know the alphabet, and then be able to recite it as you go up the notes. Okay, we're at home. We're practicing. We'd like to play along with somebody, and I really enjoy playing along to YouTube videos of artists whose versions I really admire. Here I've got Kent Noor doing Sophisticated Hula on YouTube on my little iPad here, and I know the basic structure of the song, so I'd like to play along. I just don't know what key Kent's going to play it in. I have no way of asking him. Again, he can play it in any key he wants. One of the real strengths of this method, of course, is the portability, the movability. These patterns can be moved up and down this fretboard and played in any key. So what I'm going to do is take the number 4 string that forms the root of the open chord we've tuned this to, and we will go up the fretboard 1 fret at a time, listening carefully until the note I'm playing harmonizes with the music I'm hearing. Well, let's try it. All right, Kent, let's see. Let's hear a little bit of Sophisticated Hula.
I want to do a version of Sophisticated Hula.
I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. I can spend the rest of the day playing along with that thing over and over and over again. It'd be great fun. But for our purposes here, this is how we do it. Now, we said the 8th fret is where we found the key on the baritone. Well, the baritone is tuned lower. It's actually 5 frets lower in pitch than the ukuleles. So let's go 8 minus 5 will be 3. So theoretically, I could play this on the 3rd fret. Let's see what that sounds like. Yeah, that works. That's it. Those 2 takeaways again. Find the key by going up your root, the string that forms the root, 1 fret at a time till you hear that note harmonize with the song. This method of finding the key by ear is not unique to the ukulele. It's not unique to this method. It works for any instrument. What is unique about it is the ability to move the chord pattern on any fret. Once we learn a pattern, a chord progression on the neck visually, we'll say from our root as a reference point, we may go up 2 frets, we may go up 4 frets, we may go up 4 frets, 5, 7, down 3, down 5. These are familiar patterns. All right, so we've gone up the scale. We've numbered the notes in the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to number the chords as well. This is the chord we're tuned to, G. We'll refer to that as the 1, capital I. Right now we're looking at the top fretboard in this image that shows the generic chords by number. Roman numeral scales, the 1 chord. Okay, the 2nd fret was the next note. We'll call that the 2 chord. 2 frets above that, we'll call that the 3 chord. We're going to go use the same scale we did before, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. 1 fret above that is the, so 1, 2, 3 is the 4 chord. That's on the 5th fret. 2 frets above that is the 5 chord. 2 frets above that is the 6th chord. 2 frets above that is the 7th chord. 7 chord. I don't remember ever playing the 7th chord. But anyway, and then 1 more fret takes us to the next root. Another G chord. If you want to do that again, okay, practice that a few times. Go ahead and pause it. Practice that a few times till it starts to feel normal. Shot. It doesn't matter where we start. In fact, let's go ahead. Let's, as a little warm-up exercise, and also, it's going to be really important to be able to find your way around the fretboard. Unlike the standard tuning, which is very efficient, it covers up a lot of music in just a few frets in these abstract shapes. On the other hand, we've got to use the entire fretboard to make this work. That's not really a drawback, so it's just a feature. We do get a little bit more exercise this way. But also, the big advantage, we can kind of see the music right in front of us. It's not an abstraction. Now, okay, so here's a little warm-up exercise to drag us up and down the neck. You ready? We're going to do those 3 chords. We're going to do the 1, the 4, and the 5 chord. Now, here we go. I'll call out the frets. Open. 5, 7, back to open. Up to 1, 6, 8, 1, 2, 7, 9, 2. I'm going to slow it down a bit. 3. Let's see, 3 and 5 is 8. 10. Back to 3. 4 plus 5 is 9. 11. Back to 4. 5 and 5 is 10. 12. 4 open. 5. 6 and 5 is 11. 13. 4, 1. 6. 7 plus 5 is 12. 4, it's open. 2. Seven, 8, and 5 is 13. 15. If your instrument can play 15 audibly, why not? 9. The only math we're going to have to do is subtract from 12. So we're going to go up 5 frets. Going up 5 frets could also be looked at as going down 7 frets. Again, using 12 as the base here. Back 7. Up 2 more. Back to 9. 10. Plus 5 or minus 7. Back to 3. Up to 5. 10. And the last one, 11. 11 minus 7 is 4. Plus 2. Whoa, 11. I never thought we'd get there. Okay, I would recommend is at the end of this thing, go back and try that until you can find those frets on your own reliably. Why don't we play a real song now? Okay, now let's put these chord positions, these chord patterns, chord progressions to use in a song. This one's Hot Tamales and Red Hots. Yeah, we'll be playing Hot Tamales starting off on the 3rd fret. That's displayed on the lower fretboard on the image above. A kind of a rag-structured song from the 1930s, written by blues icon Robert Johnson. Again, not a 12-bar blues, more ragged. Let's see, I think the first example we showed on the 3rd fret. A couple of reasons I want to show why we might want to pick the 3rd fret if we have a choice, 5th fret, or any particular starting position if we're playing by ourselves. There's some advantage. There's our root. The song goes down to the 6th chord. Now, this is one of those standalone chords. One finger, we get a 7th by putting a finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. It's nice that we have that option. So, play along. I'll play slowly. I'll call out the frets, but just want to point that out to you. It's going to be the 3rd fret, and then open, and then the 5th fret for the 2 chord, 10th fret for the 5 chord, and back to the 3rd fret. Open, 2, 5th fret, 10th, 3rd fret. Repeat. 3, open, 5th fret, 10th, back to the 3rd fret. Now we get to play a 7th. There's that 2-note pinch, 3 frets above the major chord, so up here on the 6th fret. And then the 8th fret for the 4 chord. We keep it fairly simple. There are a lot of other harmonizing chords we can use to jazz it up, but for this example, we'll just stick to this. Back to our root on the 3rd fret. Open. 5th fret for the 2 chord. 10. There we go. Open. All right, let's move it up to the 5th fret. Again, same patterns. We're going to go down 3, up 2, up 7, and back to 5. Again, the advantage of the 5th fret could be, again, go down 3 frets, another standalone chord. That 2nd fret, if we move our finger over and uncover the 4th string, we get a 7th. So we can play the 7th. 7th fret, open, that's your 5 chord now, and we're going to use that standalone chord, the 7th. All right, let's try it. 5, 2, 7, open, 5. Repeat. 5, 2, 7, open, 5. 10. Just keep it on 10. Back to 5. Down to 2. 7. Open. Strummed with the re-entrant tuning on the concert. It sounds about like this if you want to play along to it. Baritones. Same thing. Starting on the 3rd fret. 3rd, open. 5, 10, 3. 3, open. 5, 10, 3, 7th, 8, 11th, open. 5, 10, 5. Okay. And starting on the 5th fret. 2, 7, open. 5, 7th, 10, 13th, 5, 2, 7, open. Okay.